The old Victorian house on the corner of Westfield and Oak had always been shrouded in mystery and dark tales. For decades, neighbors whispered about the tragedies that occurred behind its ornate doors. The house was known to devour the spirits of its inhabitants, turning their lives into grim echoes of the living world. At the heart of this eerie story were the Harmons, a family of 3 who moved into the house, hoping to escape their troubled past. Vivian Harmon, a strong-willed woman reeling from a miscarriage, was determined to rebuild her life. Her husband, Ben, a psychiatrist with a past filled with infidelity, came with the hope of mending his fractured marriage. Their teenage daughter, Violet, an angsty and introspective girl, was mostly preoccupied with her own inner turmoil. Upon moving into the house, the Harmons were greeted by Moira, the enigmatic housekeeper who appeared old to Vivian but as a young, seductive woman to Ben. The family's arrival also caught the attention of Constance, the nosy neighbor with an eye for the peculiar and a sinister interest in the house. As the days passed, the Harmons began experiencing inexplicable events. Vivian heard eerie whispers and saw shadowy figures that vanished when she turned her head. Ben had unsettling encounters with Tate, a disturbed young man with a chilling interest in Violet. Violet, in her angst, found comfort in Tate's dark presence, unaware of his malevolent past as a former resident of the house who committed horrific acts. The house's grim history slowly unraveled before their eyes. They learned of the Montgomerys, the home's original owners in the 1920s, whose son had been kidnapped and murdered, leading to a descent into madness and experimentation with dark arts. The Harmons discovered that the house was filled with the ghosts of those who had died tragic deaths within its walls. A burned nursing student, a victim of a home invasion, and a woman driven to madness by unrequited love, among others. As the year went on, the house seemed to tighten its grip on the Harmons. Vivian became pregnant under mysterious circumstances, with taunting spirits claiming her child was destined for a dark purpose. Ben's guilt and madness over his past sins began to overwhelm him, while Violet's bond with Tate pulled her deeper into the house's malevolence, isolating her from the living world. In a tragic conclusion, the Harmons succumbed to the house's influence. Vivian died during childbirth, and Ben was hanged by the spirits he tried to understand. Violet, realizing too late that she had taken her own life and was now a ghost herself, confronted the reality of her eternal entrapment. The house continued to stand ominously, ready for its next unsuspecting residents, while the ghosts within perpetually haunted its halls, trapped in their own endless cycles of torment and despair.